Hey, welcome back to How to Barbecue Right. I'm Malcolm Reed. Today I have a couple sirloin picanha roast, or sirloin cap roast they're also called, and you typically find these in Brazilian steakhouses. They cook them over a rotisserie grill. That meat juice gets to dripping over the coals, produces an awesome flavor, and I'm going to replicate that today using my Pit Barrel Jr. drum. What I'm going to do is get these skewered up, and we're going to hang them over some hot coals, get all that flavor going, then we're going to get them off and we're going to eat them. Let's get to cooking. For this sirloin picanha, you can see they've left a thick layer of fat on it, and you want to trim that down to about 1/4 inch. That's what I've done here, and we're going to leave this fat on the outside because that's what's going to give it a lot of flavor. As it renders down over those hot coals, that fat's going to melt, it's going to drip, it's going to produce all that great beef notes that we want these to have, and that's what makes them special as they're spinning on those rotisserie grills in the Brazilian restaurants. You don't really have to do much to the top side, just clean them up if there's any sinew or any excess fat on it, but these look really good. So these roasts are prime sirloin cap roasts. I got them from Matador Prime Steak. You can find them online, and the meat quality is excellent. You can see it has a lot of marbling, and it doesn't have too much sinew or anything that we've got to get off the top. Now what you want to do to get these cut up for the skewers is find the grain. You can see the grain of these roasts are kind of running long ways like this, and I'm going to cut them into chunks that we're going to put on the skewer. So what I'm going to do is just kind of eyeball it, and I want a good piece, and we're just going to cut them straight across. I'm going to make 3 good pieces, and then we'll end up with a little bit on the tail, but I'm going to go ahead and knock that off because I want them to be even. So what you get is a piece of meat with the sirloin on it and a little bit of that fat cap. We're going to double them over, and this is how they're going to go on the skewer, just like this. You kind of fold them in half moon size, and we're going to skewer right through the fat. So let's get the other one cut up here. Now we're going to get some seasoning on these sirloin cap roast. And I'm just going first with a good dose of salt. This is kosher salt. You can use whatever kind you like, but I like the coarseness of it. Right over the top, you want to be sure to get the sides. But I'm not really worried about seasoning the fat. I want it to kind of be natural. I don't want to stop it from rendering. And sometimes if you put too much salt on it, it's not going to want to render right. And it looks like we're going pretty heavy with the salt, but believe me, this can take it. Now in the Brazilian steakhouses, that's about all they do to them. Just kosher salt. Let it sit for a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and hit them with a little of my steak rub because I want a little more flavor on it. But you could just go just salt if you wanted to. And we're gonna let the salt, the steak rub, all of that really just work into the meat while I go fire up the Pit Barrel Jr. So for this cook today, I'm firing up my Pit Barrel Jr. It's my mini drum. I'm starting with a chimney full of B&B charcoal. We're gonna throw 1 chunk of cherry wood. You could use whatever kind of wood you like. Let those get good and hot. We're gonna put the rods in place for hanging and then get the lid on and just let the smoker come all the way up as hot as we can get it. I've got the intake wide open because we need high heat to really cook this sirloin picanha. Now we're gonna get these pieces of the sirloin picanha on the skewer. And I've got these Pit Barrel skewers. They're perfect for hanging. And what you wanna do is you wanna take this piece of the sirloin and kind of just fold it in half like this, where it kind of makes a half moon shape. And you wanna go right through the fat cap, straight through the dead center, and then come out right on the other side, just like this. That way they'll lay right on the skewer, and as we hang them, they're gonna cook perfect. The fat's gonna render. I'm just gonna get the rest of these threaded up. Same process, just fold them right over, right through the center, right out the top. Real easy to do. I'm even gonna put these little guys on one. You could just keep those for something else, but why waste them? Now all we have to do is get our hooks on, and with these it's real easy. They have a hole right in the top. You can take the end of the hook and pick it up just like that. These are gonna hang right on our bars on that Pit Barrel Jr. As soon as the grill gets up to temp, we'll be ready to get these picanhas over the fire. So the pit barrel's good and hot. We're ready to get this sirloin picanha on the smoker. We're gonna take them with our hooks here, and then we're gonna hang them right on the rod. It is hot, so you wanna wear some hand protection. And just space them out, you know, however you want to. Wanna crowd them up. Even gonna throw on the little straggler. Hey, that's a pitmaster snack if I've seen one. Now we're just gonna get the lid in place. In about 10 minutes, we're gonna need to check them. I'm looking for medium rare, and I wanna know what that internal temperature is. It's been about 10 minutes. We're gonna check these sirloin picanhas, see how they're doing on the drum here. I'm just gonna pull one out. I mean, I can tell it's still real rare. After about 10 minutes, starting to see some good cooking. That fat's rendering, starting to brown up. I'm gonna let them go another 10 minutes. So I'm just gonna get the lid back on, continue letting it cook. All right, our picanha's been cooking about 20 minutes. I know I've got some fat rendering. You can hear it. Got some of that good smoke rolling from that fat dripping. And check those dudes out. I mean, they're golden brown. And get my thermopin out and check the internal temperature. So I'm just going in the thick part, about 118, 119. These are almost done. I'm gonna put them on just for a few more minutes, and it'll be time to get these off. Let's see how these look. I mean, that is a thing of beauty. That fat's browned up, but you gotta watch it because we're over hot coals. You know they're gonna start flaming up. So we're gonna start taking these up, get them right on our platter. Ooh, it's hot. Don't mess up and touch yourself with it. Got my little straggler down here. That's gonna be the first one I try. Check it out, sirloin picanha. Fat's got brown and crispy. No, it's gonna be good. I'm gonna get over to the cutting board and let it rest a minute. Now the sirloin picanha is rested here for about 10 minutes. And I'm gonna confess, I have tried those smaller pieces and it is pandemonium. I'm telling you how good this stuff is. I couldn't wait. So I'm really excited about cutting it into these larger pieces. I've made a real easy chimichurri sauce and it's just flat leaf parsley, some cilantro, a little bit of fresh garlic, season it with some salt and pepper, and it goes great with this beef this style. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut into one because I really wanna know what one of these big ones tastes like. And they're still hot, so make sure you wear some hand protection. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of keep it on the skewer here and just kind of hold it. And I've got my knife and I'm just gonna cut some thin slices right against that grain, let it fall right off. And look how beautiful that is. I mean, it's medium rare. You can cut it as thin or as thick, but you wanna get a little piece of that crispy fat cap in every bite of it. This is how they would do it in a Brazilian restaurant, man. They just bring those big skewers right to your plate. You hold it up there, get your tongs out, catch it. They'll flip it around, cut the other side some. We'll go ahead and take it off there so I can work with it. I've got enough to where I can, oh, look at that. Look at the way the juice runs. I mean, that is, wow. Okay. This piece right here, some of that crispy fat. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bit of this chimichurri right on top of some of this. Get a little bite on mine. Cilantro, parsley goes great with it. I can't describe how good the fat gives that meat so much flavor. It's a little crispy on the edges, but it's still moist and juicy. Cooked medium rare like this, it's fantastic. This is some of the best beef that I've ever cooked. The way the coals are right underneath this meat on that drum, it really gives it a fantastic flavor. That fat rendering, dripping down on it, produces that smoke, it produces that flame, it reacts with the salt on that picanha, the steak rub on it. It has a savory flavor, but it's a good salt balance to that good prime beef, and that's what makes it so good. I'm gonna cut another one of these up here just so you can see it. Go ahead and take it off the skewer. I mean, the meat's just juicy as it can be. I mean, look at how the juice runs on it. Slice it thin. Slice it however you want. If you want a big piece, slice it thick. Hey, thanks for checking us out here at HowToBBQRight. If you like what we're doing, subscribe to our channel. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We'll see y'all next time. Holy smokes, Pit Barrel, I did not know you could do that.